in Patchwork, I'm going to make an update video on this. Because there's actually one build of Fluffals that you could make that arguably is not even using the Fluffle fusions at all. That could actually get some wins. And that is Fluffals Herald of Perfection. That's the only build of this deck that you can make at this moment whatsoever until Fluffals individually get a Link monster that supports their entire archetype, or they get Frightfurs Patchwork. And who knows when they're going to give us this thing. They have multiple chances to give it to us. They have Fusion Enforcers. They had Dimensional Guards. They could have made this card the money card in Dimensional Guardians. And then would have sold. And this is the problem with Konami. They keep making us wait. This is a perfect example of an OCG exclusive card for a small discussion that I'm going to do in this video. Sorry to be going off topic here. But yeah. Back to you being allowed to use OCG cards in the TCG. Let's take an OCG exclusive like this. Or a Prince Illusion Magician. Let's start with a Prince Illusion Magician. She's $15 for the Japanese version right now, right? Yeah. But now you go and try to find the English version and you need to pay like $70 or $90. The only way to OCG copies of it would be allowed is if you have at least one TCG of the Konami official copy of the card to translate it up front without having to look it up online or anything. You have to have an English copy of the card. So that means you cannot take Patchwork and play it at your locals because there is no English copy. Therefore, you can't play the card. So fucking sad. And again, Fluffals just suffer so hard to shit like Ash. They can work around Ogre. No one would side Winter Cherries for them because no one plays Fluffals in their fucking extra deck. Like, your best way of using Winter Cherries to fuck over Fluffals is to hit the Mrs. Radiant. Because then they won't be able to have multiple extra monster zones at the same time. All the extra monster zones will end. They will never be able to use more than one extra monster zone, because they only play one Mrs. Radiant. The deck and Ghost Reaper will be able to rip that away, but arguably you're not even going all out for Mrs. Radiant anymore, because you'll have to literally invest all your resources to do that, just for you to get Warning, or in later years, Striked, or Dimensional Barriered. You're going to go all out just to get debarriered. Your opponent's going to wait for you to use all of your resources in order to debarrier your ass. And then when they do, they're going to go all in and finish you before you can recover and just OTK them. And it's true, Fluffals do have some OTKs. I'm not going to deny it. But how consistent can you pull out those OTKs? What is the resource pool of cards? How many 3-card combos do you have that are consistent? How many 2-card combos do you have? And how many 4-card combos do you have? You know how many cards Zoo needs to go off? 1. And it doesn't even have to be Raptor or Barrage. It can be any random Zoo monster in the hand now. Even Whiptail. 1 to go off. They only need 1 card to get their plays rolling. The rest of their hand could be full of nothing but tech cards. If you have no disruption whatsoever, and for that one monster, they can have 3 Ash Blossoms and Strike. 3 Ash Blossoms, Dimensional Barrier. 3 Ash Blossoms, and the other card being My Body as a shield, or Pianissimo. Their shit's still going off. How consistent can your pool of cards go to whereas you will be able to out-resource your opponent? How many resources are you using? The answer is all of them. Every single card in your hand is going towards spamming out fusions. Fluffals is a high-risk, high-reward deck. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that concept, high-risk, high-reward, and it's seen as a popular concept in stocks for investments in general. But here's the thing. While high risk, high reward usually works with stocks, depending on the market you're investing in, high risk, high reward is not something you want to invest into when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I'm not talking against Fluffals because I don't hate Fluffals at all. I like them. They're cool, in my opinion. They're awesome. But I'm just having to use logical statistics here. High risk, high reward is not going to be something that you want to put into Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, and Cyber Dragons as a OTK fusion deck depends on the format. Like, if we're going into an ABC format, or if Dark Destroyer were to go back to 2 or 3 and then Cosmos will dominate everything again, because Dark Destroyer is just such a broken card, then Cyber Dragons has always depended on the format. And until certain cards get hit, they'll always depend on the format. Like, Cyber Dragon will never be consistent with its tops and its dominance in the format. It depends on the format. So if you're playing Cyber Dragons, you're flip-flopping on and off. You're flip-flopping on and off on whether you want to be a competitive player or not. That's what Cyber Dragons do. They flip-flop. Literally. And Fluffals, they can remain more consistent as a discount power supply OTK deck than Cyber Dragons until now. Now, Fluffals can still OTK, but they're going to struggle doing it. And I'm sorry, guys. Fluffals is not really known for grinding games out. They're known for going all out and killing the opponent before the opponent has a chance to do anything. Fluffals are not known like Statella Knights for grinding games out for 10 plus turns without your opponent being able to do anything. They're not a true Draco deck. They're not Zoo, where Zoo can use 2 to 3 Zodiac combos in the main in order to keep recovering their cards for free and getting the +1 out of it. Zodiac is not Heralds, where they could grind things out. Possibly the deck's best variant is Fluffal Herald, but arguably if you try to play the non-cookie cutter build, old school OTK, awesome fusion OTK style of the deck, you're not playing Fluffal Herald. You're playing the pure Fluffals with the polymerizations and shit like that. And I was wrong. Mask Heroes actually have some potential. Mask Heroes may actually be something you want to invest in. Because if Stratos comes back to 1, you'll be able to search it with an emergency call. They don't errata him or nothing. Mask Heroes might actually have a shot if Stratos comes back. If Stratos doesn't come back, they may be seen as a decent rogue deck. But I'm sorry, Fluffal players. Until Patchwork or an individual Link monster that helps out your entire archetype comes out, it's not happening. Because your deck is high risk, high reward. Literally. When you're running a high risk, high reward deck, you have to run to the risk of hand traps cutting you off. You have to run the risk of strikes, even though strike doesn't hurt the deck that bad at all, but you know what I'm trying to be saying, right? Dimensional Barrier, cut your entire strategy off ASAP. It even cuts Herald off when you time it correctly. And on top of that, like, there's so many different tech cards, like Chalice. The Pianissimo can help against the Frightfurs Tiger pop. Pianissimo is very popular. My Body is a Shield is also very popular. At the moment you target monster, you select monster, not select a target. The moment you try to destroy monsters with Frightfurs Tiger, because, he doesn't target, they're going to change My Body as a Shield, have pay 1,500, negate. And guess what? You just lost a whole pool of resources right there. You better hope that the next fusion doesn't get hit. Because if he does, you're out of cards. And here's my problem with running shit like Brilliant Fusions and Fluffals. Again, the Brilliant Fusion is not something that I like, because Brilliant Fusion is very bricky in itself. You draw Garnet, your deck basically bricked. And with the Drone Lockbird FTK hand loop running around, I call it FTK because if they do that shit on me and I don't have an answer to it, I quit. Yes, I do. I will leave. But yeah, again, because that's the thing though. Like the Joe Lockberg, FCK, hand loop, blah blah blah. Trickstar reincarnation make you draw a new hand. If you draw in the Garnet with that hand and you draw into a Brilliant Fusion, that hand is auto dead. Because Fluffals is a deck that's all about putting all of their resources into it. Sure, you can get lots of pluses with Brilliant Fusion. You can get more pluses with Brilliant Fusion than the pure Fluffle build. And Brilliant Fusion is just all about pluses in general. But Trickstars are gonna fuck you up every time. That's why when you're going against Trickstars, side out your Brilliant Fusion engine. Because the engine is going to suck every single fucking time. Unless if you're playing some random 60-card Fluffle deck where you're never gonna see the 1 or 2 Garnets you're playing in the deck just for bricks. That would happen. And that's basically it. Again, we need patchwork. Hashtag patchwork in the TCG in the comment section, everybody. Artifact Molotov, signing out. Have a nice day. Peace.